Lesson number 90 in Establishing the Faith book is entitled Revelation Chart, which summarises the main events of the future 7-year tribulation and after it. And we see here there's two 3.5-year periods. The first 3.5-year period is the tribulation. We see the rapture occurs, the church is caught up to heaven, Christ descends, and then the Lord and his church meet in the air, and we proceed to the Father's house in heaven, where there'll be the judgment seat of Christ for the church, rewards given for faithfulness. And then the 7-year tribulation starts with the white horse rider, 7 seal judgments, and the first of the 7 seals is a white horse rider, and this is the Antichrist making his covenant with many nations to give them entry into the EU and NATO to protect from Russia and Iran. The red horse rider is Russia. When they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction comes upon them, and that's the war. The red horse riders, Russia, Iran, Turkey, Libya attacking Israel, and a nuclear war that follows, as described in Ezekiel 38 and 39. And then you have the black horse famine, and which follows this war, and then there'll be death, the pale horse, where 1/4 of the world's population are killed as a result of this war. And we see there'll be persecution, the 5th seal. The 6th seal is destruction. And then you have the 7th seal, which prepares the way for the 7 trumpet judgments. During this first 3.5 period, we have many people getting saved and believing the gospel. There'll be 2 witnesses preaching for 1260 days, or 3.5 years from Jerusalem. We'll see the temple has been rebuilt, and World War III. Then we see the 7 trumpet judgments. The first trumpet judgment is hail, fire and blood. The second trumpet judgment is burning mountain falls into the sea and causes the sea to be turned to blood. Then the third trumpet judgment is wormwood. Then the universe is struck. The 4th one, locusts, which seem to be drones. Then the 6th trumpet is the 200 million man army from China coming across to kill 1/3 of the human race. And the 7th trumpet is Middle East earthquake, and from there on we see the 7 last plagues introduced, and the 2 witnesses are killed by the Antichrist and then raised from the dead. And then the beast, the Antichrist, sits in the temple, telling people that he is God, and he breaks his covenant with Israel. And then we come to the second part, 3.5-year period, which is known as the Great Tribulation, and the church is in heaven, and the marriage of the Lamb will happen in heaven, and we will be with Christ. And then the 7th bowl judgment, we see the image of the beast set up in the temple, the abomination of desolation. That's what starts the midpoint of the 7-year tribulation. And the 7 last bowls are as follows. The first bowl is the servants there's a severe storm, and then we have the second bowl is the sea turned to blood. The third bowl is rivers turned to blood. The 4th bowl is scorching heat. The 5th bowl is darkness and severe pain. And the 6th bowl is preparation for the Battle of Armageddon. And then Christ returns to fight the Antichrist and the kings of the earth attacking Israel. And the 7th bowl is the greatest earthquake in the history of the world. Okay, and this will be the Battle of Armageddon, and Jesus returns to the earth to take over the world and to destroy the armies of the Antichrist and rule from Jerusalem and destroy the evil governments such as Iran. And the nations will be judged, and Jesus will establish his 1,000-year kingdom. And the beast and the false prophet are thrown into the lake of fire. Okay, so have a read of, then you have the eternity future after the 1,000 years was a new earth and new universe and new Jerusalem. Okay.